Dr. Carlos Del Rio now, professor of medicine, specializing in infectious diseases at Emory University. Doctor, thank you. Vaccinations are up, but so are cases and hospitalizations. You probably heard the former FDA commissioner, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, says he expects cases to drop dramatically going into May. Do you see that happening?
I think it could start to happen, but we need to continue vaccinating very aggressively. And I worry, exactly as Meg said, that we're rapidly transitioning in our country from a sort of a supply issue, a scarcity issue with vaccines to a demand issue. There are many places that are simply not having enough demand, and we have to get the vaccine to the people that are currently very reluctant. And I will tell you, the most reluctant communities are rural communities, primarily white evangelicals, and we really need to get out to those communities to vaccinate them.
White evangelicals and black people in rural areas like the Mississippi Delta, they're both really troubling for doctors. And critics are saying, Dr. Del Rio, that they point to states like Texas as an example of why all states should go ahead and reopen. It's been about 40 days since Governor Abbott there lifted the mask mandate, let businesses open at full capacity, and average daily cases are down 41%. Look at the far end of that graph there. So opening concerns, are they overblown?
There's so much that we yet don't know about this virus and how the dynamics work. I think, we have Texas on one side, you have Michigan on the other, right? Yeah. What happened in Michigan? What went wrong that things happened differently? And I think part of it could be, variants. Some of the variants spread much more rapidly than others. Part of the issue may be super spreader events. So I think sometimes you wonder whether a place like Texas is good or lucky. And I think it's more lucky than good, quite frankly.
My dad said it's better to be that lucky. Israel no longer requiring masks outdoors. They believe they vaccinated their way out of this with about 80% vaccinated. But is ditching masks outdoors as they're doing something you see on the horizons in this country?
Yes, I do see ditching masks outdoors as a possibility. As we vaccinate more people, I think outdoors becomes a more safer place. I think a lot has to do with how much community transmission is out there. When we can get community transmission down to below, 10 cases per 100,000 population, I think wearing masks outdoors is not going to be necessary. You may still need to wear them if you're indoors, especially in crowded spaces with very poor air ventilation. But if you're going to be outdoors in the park, if you're going to be walking with your friends and family, it's probably going to be okay. And everybody's vaccinated. Don't wear a mask.
Don't worry about it. Dr. Carlos Del Rio, thank you so much. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.